At 40, you could eat almost anything. At 50, you started slowing down. And by 70, your body speaks more quietly, but more urgently. Suddenly, foods that once felt fine leave you bloated, heavy, tired, or worse. Quietly raise your blood pressure, spike your sugar, or strain your heart. And here's the truth. It's not about eating less. It's about eating smarter. Because after 70, your metabolism changes. Digestion slows, muscle mass decreases, and the foods you eat, every bite, matter more than they ever did. But not all harmful foods are obvious. Some hide behind tradition, behind flavor, behind habits we've carried for decades. In this video, we're going to explore 5 common foods that may be quietly harming your body after 70. You'll learn what they do to your system. And more importantly, what simple, healthy swaps you can make without feeling restricted. Because eating well after 70 isn't about perfection. It's about gentle choices that protect your heart, your brain, and your strength. If you've ever wondered, is this still good for me? You're not alone. And today, we'll answer that together. Let's begin. The first food on our list, processed meats, bacon, ham, sausages, cold cuts. They've been breakfast staples, holiday favorites, and easy lunch options for decades. But after 70, they may no longer serve you. Processed meats are meats that have been smoked, cured, salted, or preserved with chemicals. They're convenient, they're flavorful, but they also come with a hidden cost, especially for older adults. These meats are often loaded with sodium, nitrates, and preservatives that have been linked to higher blood pressure, increased risk of heart disease, inflammation in the blood vessels, and even cognitive decline over time. And here's the problem. At this age, your kidneys are more sensitive. Your arteries may be stiffer, and your body is slower at clearing out excess salt and chemicals. One man shared, "I didn't realize my deli sandwiches were making my blood pressure spike. When I cut back, I started feeling clearer in my head, less swollen in the morning." But the solution isn't to give up flavor. It's to shift how you flavor your meals. Here's what you can try instead. Grilled or roasted lean meats, like chicken or turkey breast, home-cooked shredded meat, slow-cooked beef or pork with herbs instead of salt, eggs, or beans, for protein-packed breakfasts. And when you do enjoy meat, choose fresh, unprocessed cuts and season them yourself. If you're craving that smoky flavor, try smoked paprika or roasted garlic. If it's the saltiness, use a splash of lemon or vinegar. It wakes up the taste without the pressure. Because after 70, food isn't just about comfort. It's about protection. And every bite is a chance to protect your heart and your mind. Let's move on to food number 2. Food number 2, white bread and refined carbohydrates. They're soft. They're comforting. They've been part of dinner tables for generations. White toast in the morning, pasta for lunch, crackers as a snack, rice with every meal. But as we age, the way our body processes these foods begins to change. White bread, regular pasta, and many processed carbs are made from refined flour, which means the fiber, vitamins, and natural structure have been stripped away. What's left? A fast-burning starch that quickly turns into sugar in your bloodstream. After 70, this can lead to sudden energy crashes, increased hunger, even after meals, spikes in blood sugar, greater risk of type 2 diabetes, and long-term, even memory problems. One woman shared, "I used to eat toast with jam every morning. Then I started feeling sleepy by 10 a.m. every day. I swapped it for oatmeal with berries, and suddenly my mornings felt clearer." The solution isn't to cut carbs completely. It's to choose carbs that work with your body, not against it. Whole grain bread instead of white steel-cut oats instead of sugary cereal. Brown rice, quinoa, or barley instead of white rice. Sweet potatoes instead of regular ones fried in oil. And don't worry, these options can be just as tasty. A slice of toasted whole grain bread with avocado and a pinch of salt. Or a warm bowl of oats with cinnamon and a few blueberries. Simple swaps. Better energy. Clearer thinking. Because after 70, it's not just about what fills your stomach. It's about what fuels your brain, your blood, and your balance. Let's move on to food number 3. Food number 3, sugary drinks. And yes, even the diet versions. They go down easy, they feel refreshing, and they often seem harmless. A glass of soda with lunch, a sweet iced tea in the afternoon, a 0-calorie drink before dinner. But after 70, these drinks can quietly work against you. Regular sugary drinks cause a rapid spike in blood sugar. Your body responds with insulin, and over time, this repeated cycle can lead to insulin resistance, weight gain, and higher risk of type 2 diabetes. But what about diet drinks? They have no sugar, right? Here's what most people don't realize. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sucralose may still trigger your brain and digestive system as if you just had real sugar. Your body releases insulin, your hunger increases, and your taste buds become more sensitive to sweetness, making you crave more. One older gentleman said, "I switched to diet soda to be healthier, but I was still gaining weight, and my cravings were out of control." Plus, many sugary and diet drinks contain caffeine, acids, and additives that can lead to trouble sleeping, upset stomach dehydration, and even a higher risk of stroke in older adults. So what's the alternative? Start simple. Choose water with lemon or cucumber slices, unsweetened herbal teas, or make your own light fruit-infused drinks with just a few berries and cold water. If you need a little sweetness, try adding a small bit of honey or real fruit juice, and gradually reduce it over time, because thirst should nourish you, not drain you. And after 70, staying hydrated with the right drinks can lift your energy, protect your kidneys, and even improve your focus. Let's move on to food number 4. Food number 4, fried foods, especially the ones cooked in reused or reheated oil. They're crispy, they're satisfying, and for many of us, they've been part of comfort meals for a lifetime. French fries, fried chicken, fried egg rolls, golden and hot. They feel like a treat. But after 70, that same golden crunch can quietly inflame your body from the inside out. Here's why. When oil is heated, especially at high temperatures, it breaks down and produces compounds that can promote inflammation, damage blood vessels, and even increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. And when that oil is reused again and again, like in fast food or frozen foods, the damage multiplies. Your digestive system, which is already more sensitive with age, now has to work harder to process unhealthy fats. Your cholesterol levels can rise, your joints may ache more, and your energy starts to dip faster. One woman shared, "I used to fry things at home every week. I thought because I used olive oil it was fine, but I kept reusing the same pan oil. My doctor told me that was part of why my blood pressure stayed high." So what can you do? Instead of frying, try baking, roasting, or air frying with minimal oil. Season your food well and let the natural textures shine. If you want a crisp texture, try whole grain breadcrumbs or nuts, lightly toasted in the oven. And when you do cook with oil, use a fresh portion each time, and choose healthier oils like olive or avocado. Avoid heating oils until they smoke. That's when they begin to break down. Fried food doesn't have to disappear forever, but it should be an occasional guest, not a daily habit. Because after 70, the way food feels is not as important as how it helps you feel. Let's move on to the 5th and final food. Food number 5, canned soups and salty snacks that seem small but add up fast. They feel convenient, easy to heat, quick to prepare, especially when you live alone or don't feel like cooking. A warm bowl of soup, a handful of crackers, a few chips while watching TV. But here's the hidden truth. Many canned soups and salty snacks are loaded with sodium, far more than most people realize. And after 70, your body becomes more sensitive to salt. Too much sodium can quietly raise your blood pressure. It can strain your kidneys, increase fluid retention, cause swelling in your legs and feet, and even make your heart work harder while you sleep. One man shared, "I ate soup every night because it was easy, but I didn't realize one can add more than my whole day's worth of sodium. No wonder my ankles were always swollen." The tricky part is that many of these foods don't even taste that salty, but the salt is hidden in preservatives. Common examples include canned vegetable soup, instant noodles, crackers, pretzels, roasted nuts with added salt. even some breakfast cereals. So what can you do? Start reading labels. Look for soups with less than 300 milligrams of sodium per serving. Better yet, try making a simple homemade soup with fresh or frozen vegetables, herbs, and low-sodium broth. If you enjoy snacks, choose plain, unsalted nuts, air-popped popcorn, or rice cakes without added flavoring. And if you need more taste, season with lemon, pepper, garlic, or fresh herbs, not salt. Because after 70, your heart and kidneys appreciate every little adjustment. And lowering sodium doesn't mean giving up flavor. It means giving your body a break and a better chance to stay strong. Let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've learned. So now you know, it's not always about eating less. It's about knowing what your body truly needs and what it quietly struggles to handle. Let's look back on the 5 foods we covered today. Processed meats, like bacon and deli ham, that raise your blood pressure and strain your heart. Refined carbs, like white bread and pasta, that spike your sugar and drain your energy. Sugary drinks, even the diet ones, that confuse your body and dull your focus. Fried foods, especially those cooked in old oil, that inflame your joints and slow your recovery. And high-sodium options, like canned soup and salty snacks, that burden your kidneys and heart without you noticing. But this isn't about guilt. It's about gentle change. Small swaps that protect your strength, your clarity, and your independence. Because after 70, food is no longer just about flavor. It becomes part of your medicine, your fuel, your defense. And the beautiful part? You don't have to give up what you love. You just have to choose it with care. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Have you made any food changes recently that made you feel better? Did any of these 5 surprise you? And how old are you? Where in the world are you watching from? Leave a comment below. We read everyone, and your story might inspire someone else to take their first small step. If this video brought you clarity or comfort, please consider subscribing. We share thoughtful videos each week, designed for people who want to age with purpose, strength, and wisdom. Thank you for being here today. And until next time, be kind to your body. It's been working hard for you for a very long time.